is he say, she say.
Yo, man, what's the deal, man? We finally in the building after mad technical difficulties, man. Of course, it is the livest relationship show on the planet, man. He say, she say, with the lovely Miss CoCo J in the building.
Hey, what up, though, y'all?
What up, though? And of course, your boy, man, the Hood, Howard Stern, holding it down, man. We 30 minutes deep in here. We can't even talk about what we want to talk about. I mean, you got a couple minutes, though. So, because we've been off for 2 weeks, dog. So, what's been good with you? Make it real quick, though.
I don't even know how to sum up.
Right, it's been 2 weeks.
I don't know how to make a long story short. So
it's
been good. It's been fun. It's been it's been all that.
And all that in the bag.
The kids are out. I'm sure they are very excited, and you know it may be some parents out there that might not be so excited, but. Other than that, yeah, that's my sum up.
Well, parents should be excited though, right?
I mean, yeah,
they don't have to get up
so early. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those parents. I don't have to get up at 6:15 in the morning, Monday through Friday.
Right, so that's a plus.
So I can get to sleep in a little bit until it's time for me to go to work.
Right, so that's a plus for somebody.
Yeah,
right?
But then we got to find the kids something to do because.
Not really. You can just leave them at home and let the boob tube just ruin the rest of their lives.
I refuse.
Okay, well, I'm saying it's an option though, right?
Yeah, it's definitely an option.
It's video games and TV, so.
Yeah, I mean they do that anyway, but anyway.
I mean, not as much. They home all day though. So like, what do you think is a good thing to do? I know you mentioned earlier you was talking about summer camp. I mean, summer camp was a thing back in our day, but like these days, do people still go to summer camps?
Hell yeah, that's why they charge.
Hell yeah.
That's why they charge so much, because they know people want their kids to be outdoors and still being interactive with other kids their age.
Yeah.
That's why they charge an arm and a leg, because they know they're gonna get their money. So.
Yeah, I don't know, because I've actually never been to a summer camp.
Man, back in my day, I used to always stay in a summer camp. So.
Yeah, I've never been to summer camp. So what type of things do you do in summer camp?
I mean, you do all kinds of things. You do arts and crafts. You do swimming, whatever sport you like, basketball, volleyball. Okay. I used to always go to a camp like in the woods.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like in a tent and shit?
Yes.
Like, in a tent?
Yes. Literally in a tent. We had to go in the woods and use the bathroom with a roll of tissue.
At least you got tissue.
I'm just saying. But you know what? It was so fun.
Was it?
It was, yes.
I can't imagine it really being fun. But
I think the first couple times I turned my nose up like, ugh.
I'm pretty sure.
But, you know, when I was going every year afterwards.
You didn't have no other choice but to learn how to enjoy it.
I had fun. It was cool.
Yeah. Is that something that you think really does work today?
That's what kids need.
Yeah.
And even my youngest, my 10-year-old, he needs it. Yeah. He needs that experience instead of being in a house playing a game and that's it.
Now, when you went
to that activity.
When you went to camp, was it like, did you go with people you knew, or you was like the only one from your family, and then you just met with a whole bunch of people you didn't
cousins.
know?
It was at least 2-3 cousins.
Oh, that don't count then. That ain't real camp life.
That is camp life.
Real camp life is when you go and you don't know nobody.
No, real camp life.
You scared to death to be away from the house.
Real camp life is when you like literally in the woods, and that's where we was at.
But you had toilet paper, so that's not real camp life.
I still consider it camp life, but it was cool. It was fun.
Real camp life is shitting in the wilderness and wiping your ass with leaves. That's real. That's real camp life, dog.
Well, I'm glad I didn't experience that real camp life thing.
Like, how long was those things? Like, how long was camp? Like, weeks?
You know what? A week, 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks.
I think 2 weeks tops. Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah, I take your word for it.
Yeah, a lot of kids don't experience that. But it's good. It's a good experience. You learn a lot. You learn how to you learn surviving techniques. That's for sure.
Oh, really?
You do.
Yeah.
So except the basic ones anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So how long did you go to? Like, to what age?
Whew. I think I started going to camp when I was like maybe 7, 8 years old, up until maybe I was young. I was about 11, maybe 10, 11, something like that.
Oh damn! So you went for a little while.
Yeah, okay. I always used to go.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to the people going to summer camp this summer, though. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that's your thing.
But summer camp, summer camp nowadays is just going to the rec center and they keep you busy, or sometimes some days you go on field trips or something.
Yeah.
But we used to like really go to camp.
Right.
Like we camp out and be gone for a whole week. Nowadays it's just to where you got to pay for a week to go to a rec center to do arts and crafts.
So basically you're paying for a babysitter, is what you're
Pretty
saying.
much.
Okay,
And you still got to pack a lunch for them every day and all. You got to...
Oh, so it's like school all over again. You might as well send them to summer school.
It's so expensive, though. It's crazy how expensive it is now.
Yeah.
Just for that. Every day from like 9, maybe 8 to 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You paying for that week. For that 1 week only, it's like $125, $150. It depends on where you're going.
Right.
And every week you have to pay that much.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, so like I said, you sit at home, watch TV, play video games, and ruin your brains to mush. All right, so we started real late, dog, so I guess we got to jump off into the for real topic. If you've been checking us out on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook, then you got to know what we're talking about today, man. We're talking about relationships, of course, but we're trying to figure out how important are looks in a relationship. And I tell you, I'll be honest with you, we came up with this topic because of one of the Carmichael episodes. So shout out to the Carmichaels, man, which is one of the dopest black shows like on the earth right now. So shout out to the Carmichaels. But yeah, that's what it was about last week, or on Tuesday rather. It was talking about basically just about the pressures of physical appearance, especially for women. But I guess the question we really looking at though is how important are looks in a relationship. So make sure if you're checking us out right now on Facebook Live or on eblockradio.com, you can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key on your dial right this moment. Huh? I can't.
She said.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to do that for you. But CoCo J, man, we're gonna start with you first. So what you think, man? Like, how important are looks in a relationship? Then we're gonna break it down a little further, but
you know what? I think nowadays, people, a lot of us have become, and I'm not even, a lot of people have become shallow. Mm-hmm. As far as when it comes to physical appearance, because you know, we have all this shit in our face as far as the TV shows, the reality shows, the videos of how you supposed to look and should look, and how what would turn a woman on, what would turn a man on, and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
So we kind of become like, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Tell me. I'm begging to know.
We sort of become like, we want this sexy dude with the abs, 6-pack, nice, you know.
I know. So if that's what y'all looking for, then I've been out of that since the third grade.
And then vice versa with the men, they looking for big booty, big titty.
Big bully.
Big booty. I said big booty, big titty, nice smile, white teeth, long hair or weave or whatever you want to call it.
White teeth, optional. All right, anyway, go ahead.
But I'm just saying, you know, we become accustomed to that, unfortunately. Some people have anyway. Majority of us have anyway. Okay. So to me, looks, I have to be able to wake up and look at you. You can't be like a monkey looking person. I have to be able to open my eyes and be like, okay, I can.
Hey, shout out to the monkeys laying next to some dimes, though. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. But anyway, me personally, I mean, I'm not going to say that's a major thing. No. It's not major to me as far as your looks. Mm-hmm. You have to be something that I can wake up and I can stomach. Yeah.
Wow. She said stomach. Wow.
But that's not important.
That's dope. That's dope.
But you know what? A lot of people, they want the person with all the abs in the world, with the biggest smile.
We gotta quit talking about the abs.
And that stuff. But listen.
I've been out of that category.
But the bottom line is, you want that personality, you want that sense of humor, you want that person that's going to treat you with respect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You want that genuine person, that man.
So let me ask you this, though. Before I really get into it, what do you think, though? Or who do you think has it worse? Like, do you think men have a need for, I guess we call it vanity, more than women? Like, do you think that a man is more so looking for a trophy wife than a woman is looking for, I guess, a quote-unquote trophy husband?
I think you know what I think as a man, because I think with the man, that's what they really is focused on at first is their looks, the woman's look, and then you know as you get to know that person, you may like that person for some other reasons,
which is basically what happened on the Carmichael show.
Yeah, so I think it's more for a man to where he's more attracted to the physical look at first, and it might even balance itself out with the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might be at the same level to where the woman might look at it the same way for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is, man, like, we gonna cut really into it. The reality of it is that a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, get away with being ugly. And I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? I get it, because I've never been pretty, you know what I'm saying? So I know that it's easier to be a man. Like, it's less stress to be a man. Like, for women have it from both angles. Not only are the dudes that they dating judging how they look, their physical appearance, but so are the women. Not only the women in the world, but women in their families are judging them as well. So like for dudes, it's easy though. Just like we was talking about, we was talking about a conversation not too long ago. We were talking about stretch pants or stretch pant etiquette. Now, first of all, we did that first on E Block Radio. We talked about stretch pant etiquette. But then we got into another conversation about it, and it is true. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of dudes that be out here dressed like, you know, kind of foul, and they know they ain't got the body meant for it. Like I do it myself. I'll be outside with a beater on. I know I ain't built for a beater, but I still wear one. But like women can't really get away with it like that though. Like I mean they do it, but they ain't necessarily getting away with it. So it's a double edged.
For some, you know, for some men that's what they like because.
Obviously, because they be
from where they come from, you know what I'm saying? Because
they be having dudes and they like they out here lonely.
Where they come from, that's just what they used to. They ain't used to a classy girl who know how to dress.
So you're not classy because you're too big for the stretch pants.
No, no, that's not what I said. That's
CoCo J, you gonna have them picking it outside the studio. Stretch pants and all, stretch pants and short shirts. Like, come on now. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
I mean, but you have to really be straight up with yourself. When you see a person, I'm not gonna be attracted to a dude that damn near you might as well just wear your drawers in the street if that's all I see. You might as well just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be attracted to that. So I think that's the first attraction right there, the physical attraction. Because you can't say nothing to me with your drawers hanging down. No, baby, come on now.
I mean, you never know. It might be an intellectual conversation. No? Maybe. Don't forget, man, we live on the phone lines. You can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. Or, of course, you can chime in right here in the comment box below the topic. So we're trying to figure out, man, how important are looks in a relationship. I think, before we go any further, I'm just going to say, I think for men, I think we got a little easier. I think a lot of times we obviously do because we're physical beings. Like that's how we communicate. That's how we see. Like we see physicalities. Like that's the truth. Like it's no other way around.
I mean that can go both ways as well with women. Some women
probably not as much as men though.
But I ain't gonna say as much. But some women are like that. Some women like muscles, and that's just what they are turned on. They can have the most messed up personality. Treat you how they want to treat you, but if they bust open their shirt and you like, damn, baby, you start to melt.
You start to melt. Shout out to the niggas that ripping their shirt open and making women melt and shit.
Some women don't even care about none of that but the looks, because long as they can brag and say, oh yeah, or you know, blah blah blah, I got a muscle bound man or a
muscle bound man. I ain't heard that word in a long time.
That's an old term. But
muscle bound man.
You know, the dude that got the muscles and stuff and the 8-pack, 6-pack, whatever they want to call it.
12-pack.
And some people might be attracted to
Tupac,
just that.
Happy birthday and shit. Anyway.
And then, you know, sometimes it can be to where if when it comes to the sex thing, they might not even, if the sex is good, you can overlook the physical looks.
Yeah. Now, how realistic is that though for women?
You know what?
Like as a woman, I want you to comment on that. How realistic is that overlooking a fucked up relationship because the sex is good? How realistic is that?
Oh, overlooking a fucked up relationship or overlooking how a person looks? I thought
all of the above.
That falls into two different categories right there.
You think so?
I think so.
How so though? I mean, because you still, I mean, obviously it's still somewhere is joined together, but I mean, obviously not at the same time. But since if looks, because you can't really tell how good sex is by looking at somebody. I mean, you can theorize.
But would you really have sex with that person no matter how they look?
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, look. I'm just saying. Look at some of the baby mamas out there. Look at some of the baby mamas out there. It's obvious.
That is where the one night stands comes in at, right?
I would suppose. I mean, you ever look at it, and I know that's probably a bad thing to do, but you ever look at some women and say, that had to be a jump off? I know it's a bad thing to say, but you had to be like, dog.
But you know what?
But women look at dudes the same way, though. Like a dude with a really attractive woman, and he ain't really attractive. Women do the same thing. Like, damn, he must be paying her.
I have to be honest. I think for the women who know, and for the men who know that that they're not really that attractive physically, they have a hell of a personality, and you can't really. No, I'm serious. You can't really help but love them because of their personality, they big heart, and all this.
Right, their big stomach, whatever.
No, I'm not even talking about that. And they don't even have to be a big person. It can just be this is not what you're attracted to. Okay. But you're attracted to something else as far as their personality, their heart. So
how do you even get to that though?
You have to get to know a person, I guess.
How do you get to know a person if you stuck on?
I guess you have to stop being so shallow, because most of us are shallow.
Would it necessarily be shallow, or is it just what you like? Or what you think you like?
What you think you like. Yeah. And what you think you like, most of the time you don't get what you want out of that person. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess. Maybe.
Sometimes you don't.
I mean, somebody, I know they ain't all for not.
I mean, you have to kind of get past that. I think that as you get older, as you become a woman, develop more into a woman up in age, and then vice versa with the man as you get older as a man and becoming a man, you would kind of just, you won't look for a big booty, big tits, or
big tits.
No, and all that. You know what I'm saying? You will be looking for much more than that. So at some point in your life, you have to kind of bypass the physical aspect of what you're looking for and go deeper. And a lot of people don't know how to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, because it seems like that's what they're going for, and then they be crying about as good as she look or as good as he look. She got or he got a messed up personality. Ain't what I was looking for. The brains ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So
that's definitely a bad thing, especially when there's a lot of people, women and men, I would say, that actually come to that realization and still, because they so infatuated with the look that they still roll with it though. They still roll with it.
And I said the looks is all. I mean, you have to understand, as you get older, the looks is not going to the beautiful looks is not going to remain unless you continue to have surgery. But what will remain?
Well, I mean, or unless you Angela Bassett, but anyway.
Right, unless you do what you need to do as far as eating, all that good stuff. But anyway, I mean, you just kind of, as you get older, you just kind of got to look past the physical looks.
You got to, because even Denzel fell off. There's a lot of old ladies pissed off at Denzel right now. Like, look at what you did.
I mean, you got to understand, as you get older, you grow into your age, and depending on how you taking care of yourself, this is going to show.
Yeah, no, that's
you have to be in love not with only their looks, a person looks. You have to be in love with everything else that comes along with that person.
True that. Don't forget, man, if you're checking us out right now on Facebook Live or on eblockradio.com, you can hit us up 760-283-4647. Hit that number 1 key. It's right there on the bottom of the screen right now if you're checking us out on Facebook Live. We're trying to figure out, man, how important are looks in a relationship. So, it sounds like he's going to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, for example, you know how all these women are getting booty shots?
Mm-hmm. Now, they say that that's for themselves, though. That's what they say.
Why?
Because they feel better about their ass that they injected with concrete. That's what they say.
Or do women do it?
And some of them doing it for their job, though,
Because they're worried about it's their appearance that they're worried. Basically, the bottom line is,
if you're a stripper, you should be worried about your appearance.
If you're a stripper,
you should be worried about your appearance. That's your job.
I'm saying not to get no booty injections. So of course, with a stripper,
if you see somebody with a fake
always,
ass getting all the money, then you gonna try to get the fake ass too, so you get some of that
but then
money.
you're gonna get Botox and all that stuff because you want to be that main stripper, right? Because you want to be that, you want to have that physical.
Yeah, don't you want to be the best? Don't you want to be the best employee at your job? They just try to be the best employee they can be. If that means getting fake implants and shit, then
But
that's
being the
okay.
best employee at my job don't matter it don't matter on physical looks. So.
Right, but your job, whatever it takes to do your job and take it to the utmost, you're going to do that. This is their job. Some of their careers.
Well, some people just got to be satisfied with how they look, whether or not they're trying to.
Not in a profession like that. You're sure.
Well, they need to not do it then, because they. I'm just saying, if you ain't got it already naturally,
Okay.
and unfortunately, you're not gonna have it like that forever.
That's like telling an athlete not to take performance enhancing drugs. You already got athletic ability, but everybody else may have a step up on you, so you take enhancing.
Because everybody else is doing it.
No, because you're trying to beat the competition, not because everybody else is doing it. You're trying to be on top. They trying to be on top. Figuratively, not literally the strippers. I'm saying that. I mean, some of them are, but trying to literally be on top. But I'm saying, whatever profession that you in, you do the utmost. So that means altering your body. A lot of these women say that they do it for their own self-esteem.
But you know what? I think that's the issue.
Do you believe that though? That some of them actually are doing it because that's what they want.
Maybe doing it because they have low self-esteem. They trying to build up their self-esteem.
And not even low self-esteem, but maybe this is just what they want, dude. In order to want to have augmentation on your body, you gotta have issues. You gotta have.
I think so.
Really?
Low self-esteem.
You gotta have low self-esteem
Low
issues.
self-esteem, and the only reason why I say that because they're looking at other women like, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to look like that, and I think not for all, but for some, I think that's what some of our kids that's growing up today, they're seeing that, and these reality shows and these videos and all that. Mm-hmm. They're seeing the big titties and the big booties and all that, and they thinking that's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's happening for TV. But if you look at a regular household, ain't none of that shit.
But even in these reality shows, the videos and all that, these people that you see, they not happy. They just making money right quick. Yeah. That don't mean they happy because of how they look physical outward. Outward. You never know what they got going on.
Some women say that looking better makes them feel better. That's a self-esteem issue? Or is it just somebody wanting to look their best?
You know what? You can look your best, and some people may feel they need to do that and do this to look their best, but who's to say that that's even working for them?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's working for them, though. They're who they're trying to impress.
But the physical appearance is not what all you have to offer. That's what I'm saying.
It sounds good.
It's not.
But in real life, it is.
A physical appearance is what all you have to offer?
Initially.
No, that's what they making it. That's what they want our young women to
Initially. I'm saying, we're talking about in relationship-wise, like a mating process. Initially, it is all physical.
Initially in a relationship, of course you want to look good for your mate. Mm-hmm. Of course you want to. That's not the only thing that should draw your attention to your mate, though.
So
you can have a
so like my man Carmichael said on the show. So I knew your intelligence from across the room, huh? Explain that one to me.
Like I said, okay, so a physical attraction is probably what draws to have that conversation going from the beginning. Yeah. But what keeps a person is what?
Jesus.
I ain't messing with you.
Jesus.
I ain't messing with you.
Or a good ass fried chicken. What is it? I don't know. Hey, you got a couple minutes left, man. Hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. We got off to a hella late start, but it's all good, man. Got the beautiful Miss CoCo J in the building. And of course, your man's Hood Howard Stern. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter and Instagram for real. But so you think it's a self-esteem issue? So do you think that a person, the opposite, the person who is looking for that trophy, that attractive person, do you think that they have low self-esteem and they're using their mate to kind of big themselves up? Like, you know what? I might be a foe, but I got this down, so nigga, I'm doing it.
In some cases, that could be the reason as to why. In some cases, they can just be shallow as hell.
Yeah.
So it all depends on that person, I guess.
I don't know.
Some men, I think, is looking for that trophy wife, as far as when it comes to the physical aspect, is
to offset themselves.
To offset themselves, and then in some cases, it could just be because that's what they like.
Yeah.
Some people like big booties.
Yeah.
Most men like big booties. Most men like big tits.
Big tits.
Now, what comes after, behind that shit, I don't know what they attracted
No pun
to.
intended.
I don't know.
Right.
But that means you shallow as hell if you ain't looking beyond that shit.
I mean, at some point, you look.
I mean, if you looking just for a big titty, big booty girl, just a wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of shit.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am. You will not use all these old ass.
I'm old school, baby. I'm old school. But if you only looking for that, then okay, you're not looking for nothing else. Okay, you just want that.
You alright with that.
And you alright with that. Okay, yeah. I ain't knocking you. But if you looking for big booty, big tits, and I'm not saying that big booty, big tits don't have no brains or nothing, but you have to get to know that person even to know that. Mm-hmm. So it goes past the physical aspects when it comes to a person.
Yeah.
A man or a woman.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, at some point, it goes past that. And I just want to reiterate again, we only got a couple minutes left, but I do think that it's more of a male issue. I think we're probably more judgmental than women, I guess. I would say that only because, you see some of the most, you know what I'm saying, no homo, but you see some of the most unattractive dudes with some nice looking women. And again, like I said, I would never win a beauty contest. You know what I'm saying? I ended up with a pretty nice one. You feel me? So I don't know. Like I think that men probably have more pressure on themselves to date a woman of a certain stature than women do. I think women compromise a lot of things. Like a lot of women wanted to do with a six pack and got to do with a baller belly.
Is that why women? I mean, is that why men try to find those kind of trophy wives, because they feel pressured of having a good looking woman on their arm? They feel pressure from their boys, from society or whatever.
Yeah, so we feel the pressure to have a trophy.
Why?
Y'all feel the pressure to be a trophy.
I don't feel the pressure to be a trophy.
At some point you do.
I never have.
At some point
I don't want to be nobody's trophy. I am my trophy. Shit, I don't want to be nobody.
Your trophy.
I'm my trophy. I don't need to be nobody else's trophy. You know why I'm saying that? Because I know I look good, baby. I don't need a nigga.
You don't need a nigga.
I don't need a dude to tell me how I look, because I know I look good.
CoCo J just lost her cool.
I don't need to be nobody's trophy.
I wish y'all seen the cameras right now. CoCo J just lost her cool completely. And she don't need that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Just like, she'll need that nigga. But, so, I'm just saying, I think the pressure is on both sides. I think the pressure is for the dude to find a woman who is basically, I think a lot of dudes do try to go out of their league just to raise their standard.
Just to see if they can get her.
I mean,
on the physical aspect, a dude can brag all they want about how good of a good-looking a woman he has, but then when you start talking to her, she sound like she 13, 12 years old and shit. I'm just saying.
So why all the good looking women been
No, I'm not saying. But some men do that.
Yeah.
But what's her personality like? What is she like as a person? Do you know that? Or are you just stuck on how she look physically on the outside?
A lot of dudes just.
And a lot of that means they shallow as hell. That means they haven't gotten beyond that point with themselves.
Or it's a control issue. You never know. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, on that note, man, it's about that time to get up out of here, man. We gonna refresh our drinks and get this Friday night going good. You know what I'm saying? We do apologize for starting off so late, man, but we will be back in effect and streaming live on Facebook Live next week, 7 p.m. hopefully Eastern Standard Time, right on time. But I want to thank y'all for checking us out, man. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Hey It's CoCo J and your boy at Hood Howard Stern, man. Till the next time, though, you know exactly what it is, man. He say, she say, with the beautiful Miss CoCo J.
It's your girl CoCo J. Have a safe and blessed weekend, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
For sure, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. We up out of here, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High. We about this thing, man. Peace out, y'all. quickest show ever. Right.